Right.
We need to do ASMR. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, so when I introduce her, push that. Wait, it don't got to be that long. But okay. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of Dreamers Doers. I'm your host, Bonnie. And if you are new to this podcast, here is where we talk about everyday lives, social settings, and most importantly, the artistry and the talent and the entrepreneurship right here in Dallas. So this episode, y'all, I'm so excited only because of the simple fact I'm sitting here with a great person. She's not only a great person, but she's also a great loctician. So for all the girlies who are into natural hair, locks, or even just the art of natural hair care, I think that this podcast or this episode will be for you. So I am here with AJ. She has her lock business, Flourish with AJ. So tell us a little bit about Flourish with AJ. Like, how did you get started, or when did you get started?
Okay, so I have been doing hair since I was little, since I was young.
Like how young? Like the
Okay,
Bratz doll young?
I started doing
Okay.
hair when I was like, I I started doing my own hair when I was like about 8. But I had like the Bratz dolls and everything. But about when I was 8, because both my moms stopped doing my hair, so I had to do my own hair.
They started doing
So
that. Why? Because you was one of them kids that would not be still, or you were tender headed.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
of course, both my moms did my hair, but then around that time they both stopped, so I had to figure out how to do my own hair.
Right. Yeah.
So I could do like ponytails, I could do plaits, I could do 2-strand twists. So that's how I kind of got started.
Okay. So now what about your own lock journey? Like, how did you start your own hair, or like, when did you start your? Because I've known you.
Yeah.
You didn't always have locks.
Yeah.
And when I did have locks, you didn't have locks, and then when you got locks, I didn't have locks, and you had to start my locks over again.
Yeah.
So like, what prompted you to get locks? Was it just the maintenance, or like what was it?
Okay, so it was 2 things. So first, I just got tired of doing my own hair. I wore braids a lot. I didn't like wearing my natural hair out. My natural hair is very curly and thick, and at some point, you get tired of doing your own hair. You don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, that's why I be calling you. I'm ready to get my hair done. Knowing I can do it, but it's just better when somebody else do it.
Exactly. So I would wear braids all the time. I wasn't wearing my hair out. In 2020, I had graduated college and I had moved back to Dallas. Okay, yeah. I had moved back to Dallas and I was teaching. I was teaching. And so I had did 2 of my students' hair one day after school, and their mom loved their hair. She took pictures of their hair, and she had sent it to a salon owner in Lancaster.
Oh, really?
Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Yeah.
I was saying Lancaster when I first moved here, but I think they be getting their ass if you don't say Lancaster.
So Lancaster.
Lancaster, yeah.
Excuse me, y'all, Lancaster. In Lancaster, and I started working there, so I would teach during the week and then work at the salon on the weekends. People have this kind of, I don't know what it is, but like, okay, you have locks, and I don't have locks, and I'm doing your hair. That creates kind of like a, how you doing locks, but you don't have locks.
But you don't have locks,
type of thing.
Yeah.
And so like people would feel like that when I was working at the salon. But anyways, it was a great experience. I worked at the salon for 2 years before I opened up my own business.
Flourish with AJ.
Yes, Flourish with AJ.
Yes.
I'm in North Dallas. Come see me. And so, back to your question. I got tired of doing my own hair. I booked an appointment to get my starter locks and completely forgot about it, to be honest. And then the day came and I was like, well, here it is. It's
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So I locked my hair, and
You went to somebody to
yes,
get your hair
yes.
locked.
So the
Okay.
owner of the salon, she started my
Of the
locks.
person who sent.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
So the owner, she started my locks, and I've loved my hair ever since. Like
Okay.
I used to have a love-hate relationship with my hair, but since I locked it, oh, I
It's easier. I always tell people, and
yeah.
see, I had locks for before I combed them out and
Yes,
restarted, or you
yes,
restarted them for
yeah.
me. I had locks for 15 years, and I started in second grade. You know how you go through all the phases of locks. They
Yes.
be the ugly stage. I don't necessarily like to call them the ugly
Can I say
stage.
something
Go
real quick?
ahead.
Okay. I don't believe in an ugly stage. I don't think that's a
Okay.
real thing.
Okay.
It's people not being confident. That's what it is.
But it makes you look a different way. It
No.
does.
See, it's not an ugly stage.
It's not an ugly
Every
stage.
stage of the lock journey is beautiful. You just have to be
True.
confident,
True.
and you have to learn to love your hair no matter how long or
It's
how
your
short it
hair.
is. Yes, it's your
Yeah.
hair. No matter what it looks like. My goal for my salon is to get people to love their natural
Yeah.
hair.
And I like that because,
Yeah.
and now that you say that, because even when people say like, they use the word or the term dreads rather than locks. I learned that when I first had my first set of locks.
Okay.
But like I was saying, second grade, I had my locks. It didn't matter about an ugly stage because I was in second grade.
Right,
Who was
right,
looking for
right,
me?
right,
Nobody.
right.
So then, as I started to grow and grow, and by the time I want to say maybe, was it 8th grade? I think it was when my hair started to like get a little length, and I could put it in a ponytail. I started to look more like a girl rather than like I don't know what she is, but and I say that because I actually went to the grocery store with my mom one day, and when I was younger, I didn't really care about earrings and stuff like that. And, so I was going through my stages of my locks, and we was in the grocery store, and this lady was like, "Oh, your son is so handsome." And I'm not paying no attention because I'm not no son. So when my mom, she was like, what son? She's like, "That's my daughter." She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I think after that situation, it kind of made me feel like, dang, this is kind of like the ugly stage. But I mean, I'm bypassed that now that I'm an adult and I started over for a second time. I have loved every stage of my locks.
Me too.
I feel like when they are short, you kind of have an advantage of like the styles that you can do.
I think so too.
Yes.
Because once they drop and get long, the styles
don't be hitting no more. It don't hit no more. That's why I'm happy my hair short. I can do a half up, half down, and it look good.
Yes.
So, but yeah, no, I definitely agree with you, or I feel you when you say you don't like the ugly stage term.
It's just, I just want people to be confident wearing their natural hair, no matter how long, how short it is, no matter what it looks like in its lock process. That's my goal. My goal is to get your hair strands to flourish, get our relationship to flourish, and yeah.
And that's why Flourishing with AJ.
Yes.
So is that how that name
That's kind
came
of how
about?
it came about.
Okay.
So I realized flourish is my favorite word. I have flourishing
that
right
sound
here.
like it. Flourish. I ain't gonna lie. Flourish gives like an aesthetic.
Yeah.
It gives the aesthetic of you. Yeah. So yeah, I feel you. Flourish.
So I have the word flourishing right here on top of my shoulder as a way of elevating, and that's why I placed it on top of my shoulder because on
and
top.
Also it could be a reminder.
And a
you
reminder
see it,
that And so when I opened my salon in 2022, I was having a hard time trying to figure out a name, and I was just immediately Flourish with AJ popped into my head.
Because a lot of times hairstylists and locticians, you don't want to be like every other. Because my brand Braided by Bonnie, I mean, everybody is a braided
everybody
by. So I feel you on that. Trying to find something that's kind of different.
Yeah, and so I was writing down list the name. Oh, what I'm gonna call my salon? Oh, like all kinds of names.
Yeah.
Like I'm writing down all kinds of names, and then immediately after I wrote everything down, Flourish with AJ just popped into my head, and I was like, you know what? That's gonna be the name of my salon.
That. Yeah. And when I came across you, after we graduated and everything like that, I was like, Flourishing with AJ. I really like that name.
Yeah.
It's just different, you know. And I'm not. I don't want to say I'm not used to different things, but like I said, everybody's braided by, locked by. You know what I'm saying?
Styles by.
Girl, now I need to go change my name. Now I want to change my name. Now I feel basic. I'm a basic bitch.
No, but I like Braided by Bonnie. Like,
yeah, I mean the bees. The bees.
I like that.
It's the bees, even though I'm playing. Okay, so I do have another question for you. What are the biggest mistakes people make when they are maintaining locks? Okay, so when it comes to maintaining locks, what are some good things and some bad things about like maintaining locks that you have noticed over, the span of you being a hairstylist and you seeing so many people and so many people are starting locks now. It's a trend now. So like what are like the biggest things that come with maintaining locks that you would say is most important, not important?
Well, first, having locks is low maintenance, not no maintenance. So you definitely still have to take care of your hair. I always suggest hydrating, oiling, and covering your hair. And that's trusting the process. Like that's really all that I recommend is hydrate, oil, tie your hair, and trust the process.
What you mean by tie your hair?
Like
at
tying your hair
nighttime?
like when you're sleeping, lounging, anything.
Okay, yeah.
Working out, protect your hair, protect your locks. Cover it with a silk satin scarf or bonnet. You can use a do-rag over it for extra protection. Yeah, because it's gonna slip off, whatever.
Yeah, it do.
Use a little do-rag or something, extra bandana around it. But definitely use satin or silk over your locks. Do not use cotton. Don't use a t-shirt or nothing like that.
Okay,
and I say that because of lint. Lint is
right.
that can.
And you want to know what's crazy is because we're not perfect at all. But I would on social media, all type of things can be on social media. But I do see a lot of people using like t-shirts and like cotton. Well, not necessarily cotton, but not towels when it comes to drying their hair because the lint can get in their hair. So are you saying that even like with t-shirts and stuff like that, it's probably not?
Yeah, do not. Yeah, and if you're using towels, use a microfiber towel.
Okay. Yeah.
Microfiber towels are much better on your hair. But locks are like sponges.
Yes.
Lint can get into them very quickly and it's hard to get out. So please guys, make sure you protect your hair. Okay, yes. Please.
Okay.
And please make sure you hydrate and oil. Oiling your hair is not enough. You need to hydrate and oil. Your hair is like a plant. You gotta treat it as such. Plants need water, sunlight, food. Your hair is the same thing. So you need water, sunlight, food. You need all of that. I do recommend for oils. My top 3 are rosemary, tea tree, and peppermint. Those are good for.
What about lemongrass?
Lemongrass is great.
Okay.
I have a hydration spray and I use lemongrass.
Okay.
In it. Yeah, so I have my own hydration spray.
So you got your own little product, little business going. Okay, period.
Little something.
But no, that's good though because I actually need to get some one, and then 2, like buying things in the store. You know how everything, even food, like it be processed. It's not really good. They be lying on the labels and stuff. So I really do like purchasing things that are actually
Natural. Yes.
Real natural.
Yes.
It's see, a lot of people don't like the smell of natural products, but you got to understand when it's natural, it's going to have a natural smell.
Right.
So don't be thinking that, you finna be walking around with peaches and cream and strawberries and butterflies. It's not all it's not that. Natural smells it's like a distinct smell.
Yes.
But I personally don't mind it because I'm a naturalist, so but people be like, I don't like that smell. Botana oil, I don't like that smell. I love it. Okay. I love it. I don't know. It's just, maybe it's a weird smell. I don't know. A weird smell fetish. I don't know. But I like the smell of natural oils and natural products.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I will smell good for a little spray. But for my hair, though, because you do have to nourish it. And, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And my products are vegan, by the way. Vegan, plant-based products.
She's vegan.
Yeah.
She's vegan. I'm trying to go vegan, but baby, it be so hard. But I let my hair be vegan. But we working on it. I don't know. I don't know about the vegan street, the vegan side of things. But hey, what works for y'all? Go ahead. I need a little meat. Okay, so I do want to play a game with you.
Okay.
Now, I do want to play a couple of games with you. We ain't gonna get too deep, But the first game is kind of just like, what are your thoughts about these comments that I'm about to say? Okay, so you ready? Okay, so the first one is, you must start locks with dirty hair. Do you believe in that? Is that like a myth or...
That is definitely a myth.
Okay. She like, the fuck.
No, for real. Because what? And I offer washes on all of my services. I prefer to start on clean hair.
Yeah. Why would you want
dirty
That's
hair?
what I'm gonna say. Why would you want your hair to be dirty?
Yeah.
But what I will say is, like, with locks, over time, you don't have to wash them so often.
Yes.
I feel like that dirt kind of helps it grow.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not dirty, y'all. I promise y'all I'm not dirty.
So it's not necessarily the dirt that helps them grow. It's the water that's helping them grow. But no, having locks, you do not have to wash your hair as often. Especially when you're starting out, like once a month, really. Once a month. I wash my hair once a month.
Right. Okay.
My hair does not. It's not like the water turns brown or nothing like nothing like that. Like,
now, when you was washing my hair, was my water brown?
No,
it
wasn't brown.
Okay.
No.
Clean, baby.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
It's been a while since I've been back with you.
Yeah.
And it's just because, life just be life. But I will never cheat on the best loctician in Dallas. Do y'all hear me? Never. I'm just gonna be looking like a bull dagger until I come get my hair done. Now I look good. Now I can post on social media. Girl, ever since I posted last night, my DMs been just like, okay, yeah. Okay, but the second one, oil alone will keep your locks moisturized. No. Doesn't it create buildup?
Yes, it can create buildup. And oil is kind of like oil is a sealant. So whatever you put in your hair, oil is going to seal your hair with it. So if you don't put nothing in your hair and you put oil in your hair, you're just locking in nothing.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Just locking in dryness.
Yeah, dryness. Yeah. And so that's why a lot of people is like, oh, my locks are dry. Because you're just using oil.
Right.
And no, you need to hydrate in oil and you need to drink your water. Guys, please drink your water.
Drink water.
Drink your water. That is very important, okay?
And not just any water. Don't be drinking no Deja Blue.
No, and no Aquafina. No, you need some.
I barely like Ozarka. Ozarka is like on the. It's like on the spectrum.
But we prefer spring water, alkaline
Alkaline.
water, purified water. Okay.
Yes. And then
Yes.
not to get off subject, y'all, but the waters, like as far as like drinking water, I heard that the color tops kind of let you know what type of water that is.
Yes.
So like a clear water would be like the clear top would be like purified water. I think a blue top would be, I don't know, process or so. It would be something.
And blue,
Deja blue, yeah,
is
and then I
blue.
think a green top. I don't know. Y'all can do the research, but
the
that's
color
something that I
tops
noticed.
definitely tell you, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't just be putting oil in y'all hair
You need to
with
hydrate.
nothing else.
Hydrate.
And drink that water.
And drink your water. That's how your locks are gonna grow.
Yeah. Okay. So another thing, retwisting often can make your locks thin.
That is true.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you are palm rolled, I recommend every 4 to 6 weeks or at least once a month. If you're interlocked, every 6 to 8 weeks or a month and a half, 2 months.
So the thing about interlocking and palm rolling, what is the difference? I know the difference, but I want you the expert. Okay. I want you to tell the people what's the difference between palm rolling and interlocking.
Okay. So palm rolling, anybody can palm roll. Well, anybody can do both methods, but palm rolling is literally just that. You are retwisting at the root and you're palm rolling down the lock just like that, and you hold it with a clip. Interlocking, you're making knots at the root, and it lasts longer.
Yeah.
It lasts longer. And if you're more active, I would definitely sports
like
and all that.
I
definitely recommend interlocking. But if you just want, if you just live a normal life, you work out here and there, just regular.
And I feel like with palm rolling, it's also best to get like a style with it because I feel like it makes it last longer.
It holds the locks longer. Very true.
But then just interlocking on like by itself, it's just gonna hold regardless if you got a style or not.
Because the knots are the locks are knotted at the root. Yeah. Yes. So it's just gonna stay there for until they loosen up.
Or when your new growth grows.
In. I will also say interlocking takes longer than palm rolling. That's also another thing.
It does. Because that's a technique in itself.
Yes. And let's see what else. If you are interlocked, I feel like it gives you more of a uniform look. Where like
I can agree.
Because like the way you do it, like I feel like it gives it.
Yeah. I truly feel like, because when I was younger, when I had my first round of locks, my mom, she did interlocking for majority, of the time span that I did have my locks. And I feel like interlocking so often, well, not even so often, but having interlocked hair all the time, and if it's not like micro locks or like the very small locks, I feel like that kind of did thin like the roots out also. I don't know, that's just just based off of me, but I think a lot of it comes with like hair texture, the grade of hair, like it's deeper than just the surface.
Yes.
So
it can also, like, thinning out the roots with interlocking can also come with the technique. If the person doing the interlock does not know the correct technique or the correct way to interlock, they can definitely mess up your locks.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You can, I always tell people that they have the option. You can switch methods if you prefer. However, it's not okay to go back and forth. Like, once you pick a method,
and then stay with one stylist, or one loctician, because that can really mess it up. Because the way one person work may not be how the next person works, and that's why I hope every camera, I always go to AJ when I get my locks done, because you really soft, you gentle.
Thank you.
But then also my retwist stays.
Okay.
Even though I do be getting, the palm roll all the time. It stays.
Okay.
And because I know how to do hair also, maybe it'll be a couple where I'll like kind of interlock just because it's starting to grow too wild. But I always, and we'll always come to you to do our hair because you just know what you're doing.
Thank
you. You just know what you're doing. And another thing too, on social media, TikTok especially, you know how TikTok is, everybody on TikTok, they be telling people to brush their locks. Do you think that that's necessary or unnecessary? Like, is that something to do? Because I've been thinking about brushing my locks, but it's just like, what's the purpose?
Actually, no.
No.
I mean, to each his own.
Okay. Yeah.
But like, you brush out your locks, you literally are like brushing them out.
Okay.
Like, does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
Listen, like this piece right here. If I brush this, I'm brushing the hair out.
Yeah.
Why am I doing that?
Because then you have to go back through and kind of like the whole thing because it'll be so frizzy.
Exactly.
So why do people brush their locks?
I guess because the internet.
Okay. Okay. Internet, well, I'm glad that I didn't follow y'all because y'all would have led me straight to hell.
But again, like to each his own. Some people brush their locks to like, I guess they feel like it's gonna brush out the lint or whatever's in their hair. Locks don't work like that.
Yeah.
Locks are literally matted up hair, intertwined hair, together. If you brush them, like you're brushing them out. So I don't recommend brushing them. Just use your fingers.
Okay.
Just,
Well, you use your fingers to pick out the lock? To the lint?
I mean, if you get lint in your hair, you can pick them out, but
so how would you, this is not a part of the game. How would you
lint?
Yeah.
Lint is going to stay in your locks. Unfortunately, if you don't cover up
if you don't maintain it, see, that's why it's not no maintenance. Yeah, it's just low maintenance. It's low maintenance,
exactly.
Right. So
you still have to take care of it. You still have to upkeep. You still have to hydrate, oil, and cover, protect your hair. So if your locks get lint in them, yeah, you can pick them out. But who finna spend 7 hours picking out lint?
Yes.
So actually, a lot of my clients end up dyeing their hair so that
and that's another thing too. That was another question that I had also. How do you feel about bleaching and coloring and dyeing your locks? I know that you be coloring and dyeing your locks. When I had locks, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
When I had locks, I think that's another thing with maintaining locks. Because when I was in high school, I colored my hair blue, green, orange, red, back to black, back to green, back to black because I was not feeling the green. Like I would just color and bleach my hair so much that my hair started to get thin. How do you continue to bleach and color your hair without losing the volume or the density of your hair? Okay. Like how do you do that? Or you can't?
No, you can. Me personally, I've never bleached my hair.
Okay.
I've never bleached.
So how you get it so bright?
So I've had this honey blonde color since high school in my hair. And that's always been my color. And I have always dyed my hair the same color. Yeah. And so I guess like over time, just continuing to use the same color, it just, I don't know, it brightens up. Yeah. I've never bleached it. I've only just dyed my own hair. Yeah. And I've been the only one to dye my own hair. I don't.
So what product do you use that doesn't require you to bleach it?
Really, I use box dye. I'll use Adore, the little bottles. Those they're vegan. Okay. So they don't have all that like ammonia and all that stuff. Right. Okay. So I would use.
Yeah, you gonna know all the vegan stuff.
I would use those, or I would use the Dark and Lovely. Okay. Dark and Lovely. I've used that since I was in high school. Okay. So I've used Dark and Lovely since I was in high school, and then once I became vegan, I started using the Adore, and I started using the Honey Blonde. So I've never bleached my hair. But if you're going to bleach your hair, please do it safely. And go to someone who knows what they are doing. Yes. If you don't know what you're doing, don't even attempt. Yeah. Don't, because you're gonna mess them up. A lot of people end up over processing their hair.
That's and I think that's what I did because I was bleaching my hair.
So a lot of people end up over processing their hair and their locks become thin. I seen this video the other day. Somebody had they bleached their hair and then dyed it, and it was over processed.
And it started coming
They
out.
just
It started coming out.
They just started pulling it out.
Damn.
And I couldn't.
I would be so sad. I don't know what I would do if all my hair started coming out. I would just hope that I'm dreaming.
No,
just
for
please
real.
get up. Get up. I would not be outside. Y'all would not see me out nowhere. On
like,
social media, nowhere.
Like recording himself, and he just start.
And he had locks.
Yes.
But that's over processing.
Yes,
leaving that stuff in for a long time.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're gonna bleach your hair,
read the box.
Yes, follow instructions to the T, because
just go to somebody. Don't be
who knows
cheap.
what they're doing.
Do not be cheap when it comes to your hair. Do not be cheap. I mean, hair can grow back. A lot of people just like, well, I'll just cut it off. I'm not doing it. When I first had my locks, I didn't even cut them off. I combed them out.
Okay.
So
that's another thing. A lot of people think you have to cut your locks out. Like, let's say if they don't want their locks anymore. A lot of people
do not have to cut them.
You can cut. You can comb them.
Yeah.
Sorry,
you can cut them too.
You can cut them.
I think men are more prone to cutting their locks, but women, you do not have to cut your hair just to start over.
Yeah, you can cut them out. Oh.
She keep on y'all to cut your hair.
You can comb them out. I'm sorry. Okay.
She's a little sliz.
You do not have to cut them. You can comb them out. Yeah. It might take longer, but you can definitely.
Oh, absolutely. When I combed my locks out, when I had my locks for that first time, it took me, because like I said, I had them for 15 years, but then also take into consideration that I was bleaching them and I was coloring them. So I did lose a lot of my hair. But at first I tried to cut that dead hair off just to see if I liked it. And I ended up cutting one side shorter than the other. And I was like, I need to do something. I'm not cutting it no more. So I combed it out and my hair was probably like shoulder length. And it took me 3 months. 3 months. And in the span of those 3 months, I would comb a couple locks out and then I would put like a style on top of it. Okay. So like I'll have like some twist or something like that. And I just did that for like 3 months. And nobody even knew. When I finally took them all out and I, had my fro, people were like, who are you?
3 months though?
It took me 3 months. But I wasn't just doing it I was doing like a little bit every day because, I was always doing hair and, just trying to find my niche, what worked for me. So, it took me a span of 3 months. Girl, and I was in Africa when I took that last lockout. Yeah. I was in Africa and I was just like, I just feel so connected to my ancestors. Okay, but then that's another thing that made me start doing hair. I didn't know what to do with my hair. I didn't know nothing. So I would be practicing on my hair, practicing on my little sister hair, my little cousin hair, and then it turned into and not to make it about me, but it turned into like, oh, you did so and so's hair. Do my hair.
That was me too.
So okay, cool.
Yeah. So like I said, I started doing my own hair when I was young. And so then as I got older, I would do other people, like friends' hair, family members' hair, whatever. And I was still doing it around the time in 2020. I was still doing like people's hair, but I just wanted a space for it. I didn't want to be going to nobody's house or people coming to my house.
I was traveling, but I was living with my dad, and he had ended up getting foster kids, and it was just too much going on at the house. So I would rather go somewhere else and do their hair. But I was traveling a lot. Yeah, that's why it took me 3 months.
Because 3 months is long.
It's a long time.
Yeah. No, I had a client. He took down his locks. His mom combed out his locks, and he said it took like 2 weeks. Because she did it like every day, just...
Yeah.
And it took like 2 weeks.
See, then... Yeah, I mean, if you want to save money, save time, go to somebody, but you can really do that on your own. Yeah. I would suggest drenching your hair in water and conditioner. Yes. And then taking like the end of a rat tail comb and just going to town. You can put on this podcast while you do it. You can watch something, listen to your music. But it's gonna take a minute though, especially if you're doing it on your own by yourself. But if you want that done quickly, yeah. You then you gonna pay. It's expensive too. People don't be playing about their time.
No, for real.
Yeah. I would charge. What would you charge to take somebody's locks down?
So I actually don't take locks down.
Cause you don't believe in it.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? I just said something.
Cause why? Well, it's not that I don't believe in it, but it's like, why you gonna? You grew
Maybe they just outgrown
I get it.
Locks is not for everybody.
You're right. It's not. But I guess it's because I love my locks.
Yeah.
So I'm never taking.
She's a lock stand. she loves her locks.
So I'm never taking these down.
What?
I want my locks to get real long. I want them mad.
Baby,
now
let me tell you, my older brother, his name DJ. Shout out to you, DJ. Yeah. He had his locks for 10 years, or he has had his. I don't know, but he's been growing out for 10 years, 11 years, maybe 12. I don't know, DJ. But they were so long. And so I told him, well, he even thought about cutting them shorter because as they got longer, they started to pull at his roots and the roots was getting thin. So I suggested that he not cut them all off, but cut them shorter.
You can trim them for sure. You can trim them. You can get a shortcut for sure. I definitely recommend people do that. Because and then the longer it gets, the heavier it's gonna get when it's wet.
When it's wet, yes.
Yeah, and I know a lot.
It's harder to wash, to get a good, real good, deep, clean wash. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when it's longer.
Yeah. So if you have long locks, just trim them. You can trim them. You can.
Or when you see that they starting to get thin.
Go ahead.
Just go on trim them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be like Samson and
you don't gotta.
And one more thing that's on here. Would you say you should never use conditioner in your locks? I know some people be telling their clients you can use leave-in conditioner after you wash it, if you wash it on your own. But me personally, well, you the expert, but me personally, I don't feel like conditioner or leaving in conditioner is necessary because build up and but what do you think? Do you think that leave-in conditioner is okay, or is it okay to condition your locks and just leave it in?
I definitely think it's okay to condition your locks, and you can definitely use a leave-in conditioner.
Okay.
Now of course it's not like being a loose natural, where you gotta do a deep you can do a deep condition for sure, but you don't all the little steps you got to take when you're a loose natural, as far as conditioning and all that stuff. You don't have to do as much, but I do say definitely you can still condition your locks, soften them up. So when I'm doing my washes, I do use a conditioner and I do deep conditionings and all that.
But you wash it out though.
Yes,
you don't necessarily
no, I don't leave it in. No. So, but people can leave them in. I feel like the leave-in conditioner is more so for, making the hair more manageable. Or more malleable.
Okay.
Yeah. You feel me? And so, and also if it's tangly, if that new growth is too tangly, the leave-in can help detangle, or anything like that. But I think it's okay to condition.
Okay.
I tell my clients to condition their hair anyways.
I just had a conversation with my best friend, and she was like, we were talking about conditioner, and I told her, somebody told her, put some leave-in conditioner in, and I was like, I don't know if it's just a preference thing, but I was just like, leave-in conditioner, I don't really necessarily think that it is necessary, only because you leaving it in, it's gonna create buildup, which gonna create length, or what looks like length, and then you bound to want to pick it out, and it makes your locks all frizzy, and so. But I think it's just a preference, and it's also how you maintain your locks. Even though they are low maintenance, you still got to do some maintaining. So it's more to it. It's more to it.
Definitely. When you said that, that made me think. Earlier, I had a client who told me that people get moldy locks.
What?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Girl, yeah. I was
What
like,
you mean?
what?
I'm scared. What do you mean?
I was like, what? Yeah, like people get like
How?
mold in their locks.
Just letting it. How? How?
That's the $1 million question, because I just be now. I have never had a client who had mold in their locks or anything like that, but I've had clients who will go months without washing their hair, whatever, and I just be like, how?
Yeah.
Like, you don't smell that, like.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like,
So is it more of a smell, or is it just like the
both.
look?
Like, it's both.
And you see
Like,
the
and
mold.
you can see the mold on their locks, and I'm just
did
like,
the client
what?
have the mold?
No. She was telling me like that can't happen, and I'm like,
so, but you know, mold comes from like water, just kind of like.
So like if you just leave water in your hair, like, I don't know,
but it don't dry up. Like, I don't know. That's a mystery. Whoever has experienced moldy locks, can you please let me know how that process go?
Like, how did that happen? How did that start?
I don't want my hair to get moldy.
Cause like you can air dry your hair. So like,
right, that's what I'm saying. So like, how does it get to that point? But I think it's just because people just don't know how to
maintain
their care of their hair. Exactly.
Yes.
So
guys, it's low maintenance, not no maintenance. So please make sure you hydrate, oil, protect your hair, and trust the process.
Yeah, and do not have no moldy ass locks.
Please don't.
Because you walk past me and I smell that shit, I'm going to say something. You know you wrong for having your locks smelling like that. Go, you better hit up Adrian. Matter of fact, I'm going to call her real quick right now for you. Okay, so I do want to play one more game before we end. Okay. It's a quick game. It's called Lock It or Drop It. Okay, so it's like a this or that type of deal. Cool. So, would you rather palm rolling or interlocking? Personally.
Palm rolling.
Okay, yeah. Palm rolling. Yeah. All right, I like that. Yeah. So, retwist or freeform?
Me personally, retwist.
Okay. Yeah. You don't like the freeform?
I love freeform.
Do you?
However, I don't think I would be able to do that.
I don't like freeform because I be wanting to just separate them.
No, because some people be just walking around like.
Yeah. But I mean.
But it is a
style. Yeah. Yeah.
But like, my preference.
Personally.
Personally, just a retwist.
Yeah. Okay. So, fresh retwist or grown out look?
Ooh.
I know that's kind of hard.
That's hard. Yeah. Okay, well, first it depends on how grown out. And then like, if it's been grown out and you get a fresh retwist, you don't look homeless no more. So.
And I told you I be looking like a bulldagger when I don't have my hair twisted and tightened up. But at the same time, I do like the grown out look because it just looks. I don't know, just very earthy.
Yes. No, for real. And give it a little.
Yeah. Literally. Okay, so would you prefer barrel twist or two-strand twist?
On my own hair or on?
Personally.
Personally,
I guess on your own head then.
Two-strand.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, two-strand. So like this style that I have,
it's cute. I love it.
Thank you. So I two-stranded my locks, and then I added some curly pieces in, and this is my second time doing this style. So this is my second time having my own hair two-strand twisted.
Okay. I've never had my hair two-strand twisted. Really? I don't think you've ever. No.
I haven't two-strand twisted your hair.
I want to try it.
Okay. I feel
next time.
Yeah, it's long.
This is kind of two-strand, but not really because it's added hair.
But like your own hair, and it's long enough.
Okay,
it's long enough.
You sure?
It's definitely long enough. Yeah.
Now that you tighten it,
it's long enough. You got inches, girl. You hang time. Okay.
Okay. Lock jewelry or no accessories?
I am. What? I am an accessory girly. Are y'all seeing the butterflies?
Yes.
Do y'all see
now, this? You know what, AJ? You are so different. And that's why I love you and like you just being a lot. Because it just be different stuff going on with your head. And I be like, I want to try that. Most definitely an accessory girl.
I love accessories. And I feel like everybody should accessorize their locks. I even love putting accessories on my clients' hair. Yeah, accessories just.
And I have the lock sprinkles like on the
Okay, yeah,
ends of
yeah,
my
yeah,
locks.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like that
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's more like of a subtle
Yes,
thing. It's just kind of like,
yes,
oh, what's in your hair? You
yeah,
know, I like that.
yeah,
I like that. So yeah,
yeah.
would you rather updo or like a flowy style? Updos or
Um,
flowy? That's a good one.
that is a good one. So when I first, okay, so my locks are 3.5 years old.
I often say 3.5 what? Not
Yeah,
inches.
3.5 years old, and when I first started my locks, the styles I wore, for at least like the first year and a half were updos. I didn't really wear my locks down for real.
Okay.
Until they like dropped. Then I was like, oh yeah, I could wear them down.
Yeah.
Um, um, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with updo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with updo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like a updo. I like a
updo.
good two ponytail, one like a half up, half
Okay,
down.
I'm more of a half up, half down.
Okay.
Girly. Yeah,
Get into it.
Yeah, I'm a half up.
I don't know what it
girly.
look like, but get into
it. Yeah.
Okay. Last one, or maybe not. I got a couple more for you. I got a couple more for you.
Go ahead.
Thin locks or skinny locks? Skinny. Okay. Wait. Thick locks. I'm sorry. Okay. I said thin locks or skinny locks. It's the same thing.
Thick
locks or skinny locks? Like the wicks or the micro locks?
I'm actually not a fan of wigs for real.
I don't like wigs either. But okay, I digress.
No offense to anybody who has wigs.
Yeah,
like
sorry.
If you got wigs, rock them. Me personally though, I'm not a fan of wigs.
They just too thick. How do you tighten them? But
you crochet them. Yeah, but like I can't. So micro locks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let me see. I kind of asked that. I feel like I know what your answer is gonna be for this one, but I want to let you say it. Let me see. How do I ask it? Do you prefer like instant locks or free growing, like, just trusting the process locks?
Trust the process.
So what do you have against the instant locks?
Nothing's wrong with instant locks.
I disagree. Y'all cheating.
No, I was just gonna say that.
Y'all are cheating.
Nothing's wrong with it. However, if I grew my locks,
y'all ain't no Rasta for real.
Y'all gotta grow y'all locks naturally. Like, I don't like cheating the process. And people will ask me to do extensions and stuff, and it's not that I don't know how to do them, but I don't do them because it's cheating the process.
Yeah.
You're missing out on how you gonna have an afro one day and then next day you got locks. No, I grew mine.
Yeah.
I grew mine.
And that's not fair, especially if it look good. Yeah. I'm mad. I'm jealous because no, hell no.
I grew mine out, and you over here walking in here the next day with some that's cheating.
But they
be paying top dollar. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Somebody asked me to do that, but I was thinking of the time.
It takes
you gotta make the locks. You gotta put them in.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure they don't fall out. And that's another thing that you gotta be careful about too, though.
People, when you guys are looking to get your locks installed, please go to somebody who knows how to crochet locks.
That ain't been doing it just for a year.
Yeah.
We need like 10 years in the business.
Because some people will be like, oh yeah, I know how to do it. And, they can do it. And then
a couple weeks later, you pat in a ponytail, you take that thing off, and one of the locks is on the ground.
Out,
and now look at you.
Look at you, like you down bad.
Yeah, you should have just grew it out.
Please go to somebody who knows what they're doing, who knows how to crochet. If you're going to get instant locks or if you're going to use extensions, please.
Yes. Yeah. So, in closing, what would be like any advice that you would give for somebody that wants to start their lock journey, and then also two who would like to start a business as a loctician? Like, start with the lock journey first. Start with the lock journey first. What advice would you give someone who wants to start their lock journey?
Well, I got a few things. Okay. If a job is telling you to cut your locks off for
that ain't the job for you.
Please leave it.
Yeah.
Please please leave that job. Don't even apply for it. Don't even stay there. They don't care about you for real. Leave that job.
That's your natural hair.
Yeah, that's your natural hair. And they're trying to make you cut it off?
Yeah, or
what?
Yeah, no. You can definitely, there are definitely some elegant styles that you can do.
For sure.
Locks are so versatile. You can do anything with locks. So wig.
Please do not let these people tell you locks are not professional. If you work in corporate and you got locks, do not let them tell you locks are not professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Locks are very professional, especially if you know how to upkeep them, you maintain them, and you do like styles to them that look nice and neat. Remember, guys, low maintenance, not no maintenance.
Yes,
okay?
Low maintenance. Not, that needs to be the thing that people get from this.
Yes,
low maintenance, not no maintenance.
Yes.
Period. I like that.
Thank you.
Okay, and then what if somebody wants to start a lock business? Like, where would they start, or what advice would you give somebody that's looking into wanting to become a loctician or interested in locks?
Trust the process. Have faith in yourself and the Most High. Just having a business in general, I feel like is a spiritual thing.
Absolutely.
Because you literally are trusting yourself in the Most High. That's all you got. That's literally all you got for real.
Yes.
So it's definitely a spiritual thing. And what else? Practice. Be consistent. Over time you'll get faster. You'll get better. When I first started doing retwists, oh my gosh, it took me like a whole hour.
but
like an hour and a half.
It take a minute. It
depending on how many locks you have. But now, like, I can move. I'll be moving.
Yeah.
But like when I first started, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you just gotta find your
your
groove.
What I'm saying? Find your groove. Find your technique. Yeah, trust
and
yourself.
Learn about it too.
Yeah,
don't just get out there.
Please educate yourself. Do the research. Stay up to trends. Stay up to techniques and methods on how to do locks, how to maintain them, different styles, stuff like that. How to properly care for them. Educate yourself.
Yes.
And I will also say, for somebody wanting to start a lock business. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. That's with anything really. But if it's something, if somebody's asking you, oh, can you, do this for me, and that's not your strongest suit, don't do it.
Yeah. Don't ask for like, show me how.
Yeah. Like,
don't just be I'm sorry. Don't be messing up folks' head, because they will talk about you on Dallas Hairstyles. They will post you and they will talk about you.
Yeah, do not play with people's hair. Don't play in people's hair. Yeah. Don't do that.
But I'm not gonna lie though, you are going to have to find those or have those people where you do practice, because
yes,
you gotta start somewhere.
Yes, for sure, practice. However, like if that's not your thing,
don't charge for it.
Yeah, don't be up here trying to charge
$200 for a $2 hairstyle. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, but also, have faith in the Most High and give all praises to the Most High. You're not running this business by yourself. You're not doing these things by yourself. The Most High got you. So please make sure your faith is up. And things are gonna work out. Trust the process, and know that the Most High is with you.
Absolutely.
Everything,
Girl, this was a great conversation. You done came and dropped some gems for the listeners and our audience. I hope that you guys have taken everything that we have talked about into consideration. If you are wanting to start your locks, please do it. I mean, I feel like it's very easy to keep up with locks. Like I said, I had them for 15 years, took them out. I was like, oh shit, no. I need to put my hair back in locks because it was just easier. And my lifestyle, I'm always on the go. It's just so easy to get up in the morning, and spray some rose water on it, put a little oil in it and gone on about your day versus having to get up, flat iron. No offense to anybody that does that. That's cool. But baby, I'm a minimalist. I like to cut stuff in half, you know. So this is good, girl. I'm so glad that you came.
No, thank you for having me.
Where could people find you? Where are you on social media?
I'm on Instagram at Flourish with AJ. You can book me at www.stylec.com/AJBird. I do book up fast, y'all, so please.
Oh yes, I had to book. How early in advance?
It was I feel like a month.
Yeah, I was gonna say about a month.
I feel like
I was gonna say about 2 months, but I was like, no. That would, because you my homegirl. You gonna put, you gonna put me in that schedule. I will sit up there and wait by the door. I don't care.
No, I do my best to squeeze everybody in, but I do get a lot of people. So please, y'all, make sure y'all book when y'all can.
On Instagram.
On Instagram, my booking link is in my bio. You can go to my booking website. I'm there. You can find me on Google, Flourish with AJ. I'm in Dallas magazines. You can look me up. I'm there. Yeah. So please check out my work. I do some decent work, y'all. I'm pretty nice.
Girl, she's just trying to be modest. She is that.
Thank you.
You are so welcome again. Thank you for coming on the episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed AJ coming and talking about her business and just being a loctician and just her personal preferences and personal views and everything that she deals with doing hair. But that is a wrap for today's episode of Dreamers Doers podcast. If you're not familiar, follow us on Instagram at D&D Podcast or Dreamers Doers Podcast. That's really, we getting that together. It'll be in the comments and stuff like that. So just click on the links and stuff when you see it. But I did get you something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over there. Rich can't get it for me. It's just a little token of just thank you. Just thank you.